Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. I pretty much want to get into a topic entitled Pick Your Poison, and, it pretty much stems off a thought that came across my mind earlier, which swung me to thinking about the video in which the brother Ariala and a couple other brothers from Texas did a few days ago. I believe they were in New York, and, they recorded it over the phone, and, just pretty much getting into, pick your poison, sometimes within this current lifetime in which, we live in, the system can try to trap you up mentally by making a brother think that he needs, more of something, whether it be within this topic, I mainly want to get on, the woman and money, because those are two primary things that stay up top of Jake's mind. Women, of course, because, we have needs as men, and money, of course, because, we're struggling. Every day we're going to struggle. We know that we're in hell, and we're just trying to make it by the best way that we can while enduring this great fight of afflictions through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And it's something that we all need, just as bare necessity. This Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So we know that wisdom is our first line of defense, within this world. The knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And secondarily, money is that defense to get us by within this current world. And for us to continue to do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, because what brothers may need signs, boards, banners, need transportation money, to get to and forth to camp, you need a collection of tight money, for the camp, for when brothers get uptight, to be able to send money to the apostles. That's all done by wisdom, first and foremost, and then secondarily by the physical money within the society, but the main thing is that you don't want to get caught up, constantly thinking that you need more and more and more. You may actually do. And if the Most High provides that, cool, but sometimes brothers don't actually think of, the evils that may come, in the end by you seeking that more. Even if it's a little extra, there's many different deeds that Satan could try to attack you with by you having that little extra. And that's what us as prophets, because the old word for prophets was seer, meaning what? To see, to foresee. So we have to be able to foresee the evils that could possibly lie ahead of us if we, seek more money, or if we don't have a woman and we may want a woman, so on and so forth. We got to be able to foresee and to think of the things that can actually come to play beyond this, because we know that this is a fight versus the spirit and the flesh. And the flesh is going to war against the spirit, and the spirit is always going to war against the flesh. And the more things that you want to have of this world, that flesh is going to be pushing even harder for you to try to seek that more. And that's how much harder we have to fight in the spirit, to stay in the spirit and to not allow the flesh to overrule our spirit, And because real quick, there's in Second Ezra, the 7th chapter, and which pretty much gets into the angel talking to Ezra, telling them how else will we be able to enjoy the broad, which is the kingdom, if we don't go through that straight and narrow gate, But I'm going to just get straight to the point in this chapter. This is Second Ezra chapter 7, and Slakia. This is Slakia. This is Second Ezra chapter 7, and these damn notifications coming up. Damn, Slakia. It is Second Ezra 7 and 16. Here we go. This is the point. All right. It says, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Okay. So the angel was saying to him, why hast thou not considered in thy mind the thing that is to come? Exactly what I was saying is, that we should think of the possibilities that can happen if we were to actually seek money, a little bit of extra money. Now, depending on, your vice, so to speak, or, the interest that you may have within this world, now you having that little bit of extra money, that can actually entice you to do more of one of your activities that you like to do as far as this world is concerned, as your own little personal pleasure. Now you catch yourself slipping out of the spirit more and more because of that extra money, you know, and that can actually be a trap unto you and unto your spirit, you know, which you don't want to let happen. That's why you have to consider these things. Or, you know, brothers, you know, how the brother Ariella was, you know, getting into as far as working and having money and different stuff like that, even with, you know, you having a business, you know, and how the brother was saying or something like that, that, you know, you may have, you know, the money, but what more of that money comes more problems, you know, but yet while you don't have the money, you still having problems, but those problems don't pertain unto money. So that's just the balance in the ways of how Yahweh Shemi Shah set this thing up. Because what? Within this current world, we ought to suffer. No, go sit down. Because in this current world, we ought to suffer. And that's just how it has to be. Okay? We're never going to be comfortable within a society. You know, the scriptures tell us that this is not our rest. So first and foremost, we can't allow ourselves to get comfortable. And the Most High won't allow us to get comfortable because of how he set up the balance of this life in which we're in, man. You know? And real quick, this is, it's like I got so many tabs open. Yeah, this Sirach 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. So in the moments, you know, in times of which, you know, you might be doing good for a moment, say monetarily, now you forget those times in which you were hurting. So now you might wind up spending your money a little more frivolously than you would before. Before, you controlled your money a lot better, but now because you got that little extra, now you feel as though within your spirit you can spend a little extra. But that extra spending and what you done flipped and turned and got out of control. You know, just by that little leavening the whole lump, because Satan sometimes can know you better than you know yourself if you allow him to, you know, in which that's why the scriptures say that we must examine ourselves lest Satan get advantage of us. Well, I mixed up the two scriptures, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much how it is. Satan can take advantage of you if you're not keeping yourself in check and in line with the spirit. Okay, and not knowing the things that are good for your soul and not knowing the things that are evil for your soul. Okay, that can bring you into more temptation that you may not can handle at a certain time and point within your life. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, as far as the woman, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a big thing. Always, you know, dealing with brothers. You know, they have you know, that old saying in the world. You know, which a lot of old head jakes used to say, women can't live with them, can't live without them, you know, and the scriptures say this in reference to what I just said. Okay, and this is the book of Sirach, chapter 36, and verse 25. Well, I start at verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a helplot unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So a brother that might have a woman, he may feel as though, you know, he got his little helper. He may have, you know, a little pillar of rest, you know. But now here's the other side. Where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled. And he that have no wife will wander up, down, and mourning. So you have the one brother, you know, that may have a woman, you know what I'm saying, and he feeling as though, okay, yeah, it's my little rest, my little joint here. Now you got the other brother who doesn't have a woman but wants a woman, but now he's mourning, you know, because what, we men, you know, every so often, you know what I'm saying, we living for the spirit, but hey, you know what I mean, the flesh still calls, you know, which means you don't be a servant unto your flesh, but we all have needs, you know what I'm saying, it's we men, straight up, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying, but that's that fine balance there. So as I was saying, like, you know, older Jake used to say, women can't live with him, can't live without him, but as the angel was telling Esdras, why do you not consider the things that are ahead instead of the things that are right in front of you? Because now the brother that's mourning and don't have a woman, he could be burning within his flesh, you know, to have a woman or to just, you know what I mean, to relieve, to do his thing or whatever the case may be. But now you have that woman, okay, but now you didn't consider the things that were to come ahead. Now this woman is being a demon unto you. Now she's hindering you up from the spirit. Now she's taking over your spirit. Now she's messing up your energy. Okay, your spiritual vibes, man, that you're supposed to have with the Lord. You didn't consider those things. All you saw was that I need a woman because my flesh is calling, but not considering all of the things that entail with having a woman. But now on the other end, the brother that has a woman, whether he lives with the woman or whether they apart or whatever, but case still be you have a woman. Now you might not have considered, okay, the hell that this woman was going to bring upon you, and now you thinking like, damn, I want to be alone, or maybe I should have never got involved with this chick. Okay, it's that never ending cycle, man. That's why that saying is true. Women can't live with him, can't live without him. Okay, because now if you want to do away with this woman, you know, for whatever reason or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, say y'all not together no more. Now you're going to end up just like the other brother that was up and down mourning, and now you're going to be thinking like, damn, what did I do? Just because that flesh is calling, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's that fine balance of life with everything, man. With everything that Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up. And that just lets you know that we just meant to suffer, man. We just meant to suffer. So it's really like, it's like, pick your poison, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to suffer monetarily, or you want a little bit of money? Are you going to consider all of the things that are to come with that little bit of money? Or are you going to consider all the things that are going to happen if you continue to suffer and not seek after the money? Or are you going to continue to think of the things that can happen if you seek a woman, if you actually get a woman? Or are you considering the more of the beneficial aspects in the spirit that you can receive for suffering with the money and the woman? Okay, all these different scenarios you have to play out within your own mind, because this is about you and your salvation. Okay, and I'm saying this as far as, you know, me, myself, because this is some things that I think of, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully sharing it unto you, brothers, and Lord willing, that is edifying. These are definitely, like, matter of fact, the brother in LA, he did a lesson before about Job, and it was like questions to consider. So these are some questions that we have to consider and we really have to think about, man. And especially brothers that are just coming into this faith, because, you know, brothers just coming into the faith, you know, at the moment you have it the hardest, because when you first coming in, it's just so much going on that the world is still trying to tug you. Then you trying to lean forward to the truth, but the world trying to tug you, and just like, you know what I'm saying? You sure about yourself. You sure about what you want to do. You sure about Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But it's just the elements of the world that are trying to tug at you, and they're trying to snarl you back like, nah, you're not going nowhere. You remaining here. But that's why we have to constantly fight through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and live for our spirit and not for our flesh, man. You know? So, real quick, and that's why the scriptures say this, 2 Ezra 14:14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Okay, so what? First and foremost, we supposed to be hastening to flee from these times. Okay, because putting off the mortal thoughts and the weak nature, those are the thoughts of, you know, seeking more money. Those are the thoughts of, well, I'm lonely as hell, I want me a woman bad. You know what I'm saying? Those are the thoughts of a mortal man. We are mortal men, don't get me wrong. We are mortal men, but just putting off the everyday man's thought process. Not thinking like the average everyday Israelite that walk up and down the streets of Babylon, man. We have to think better than that. We have to think beyond that, because we are the prophets and the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And Lord willing, we are that elect. And we have to know how to carry ourselves as such, and in spirit and in truth, man. You know, not to say that, you know what I'm saying, if you, Slack, lost my train of thought, but, you know what I'm saying, not saying that you won't constantly struggle with that, you know, that monetary thing and that woman thing, because we still do live in that flesh, that flesh still calls. But we have to know how to trample that through prayer and through fasting and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Because we all desperately need to constantly pray. You know what I'm saying? And I myself that much more, because I'm saying it. And, you know, just do what we got to do for the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? And just be, brothers, just be mindful, you know what I'm saying, of everything within your lifetime was good for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Was not right for you. You know what I'm saying? And, yo, go sit down. Go sit down. Go sit down. You You know, so we just got to be mindful, you know what I'm saying, of these different things, these different scenarios, so that we don't get trapped up in the wiles of Satan and completely being out of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We want to be right where Yahweh Shemi Shai wants us to be, man, in his corner and in his side, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know, brothers, hey, pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? You rather be broke, you know what I'm saying, or you rather go out there a little bit of money and have these more problems, you know what I'm saying, as far as monetarily, or you rather be broke and deal with the broke man problems, or rather be a little more money, deal with the rich man problems. You rather deal with the problems of not having a woman, or you rather deal with the problems of having a woman. You know what I'm saying? Just thoughts to consider, things to consider. You know what I'm saying? And once again, this lesson was pick your poison. You know, so I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, and I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the B'wanis, to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and live with love, true sincerity. Shalom.